Hello everyone and welcome. My name is Arafire. Welcome back to yet another episode of Look Out and Shout. I know I said we were done with it. We will move away from reviews eventually, but today we are reviewing a brand new release from Blokees, which as you would have seen from the thumbnail is their new Defender version with Traitor or Tyranny DV05. Got some lovely little mini figures in this one I'm very much looking forward to getting built and reviewed for you today. You would have known Blokees by now if you watch my channel. They do the fun of building with their model kits around Transformers and other licenses as well, such as Ultraman, going into so many other licenses they're acquiring, Godzilla, Jurassic Park, we've had Pokemon, not sadly in the UK, but loads of licenses coming out all the time. Everything they release is just fun to build. And if you are someone who has not picked them up, I do highly encourage you to do so. You would have seen the format we do these videos. I'll unbox them, show you the pieces and build the figures as we're doing the video. So a little bit of a build and review as we go through. Let's get on with it, shall we? Let's have a look at this lovely box art. So you can see the characters we're getting and very much finishing off the Heralds of Unicron, who very suspiciously looks like he's hovering in the background here. We've got some lovely little models as well at the bottom. Very looking forward to getting my hands on some of these. Very much the mascot for this set is Jetfire or Skyfire. So it shows you on the back of the box you will either get a Cyclonus, Shatterglass Soundwave, Brilliant Optimus Prime, translucent with a coin. You'll get a Viewfinder, one of the reflector pieces, Sunstreaker, Swindle model, Jetfire model, endless ways to play, it says. Interesting. Onslaught in vehicle mode, looking forward to that. Optimus Prime trailer with a tiny little roller, Sideswipe, Galvatron, Jetfire, but then there's also the chase version of a special Galaxy type Shattered Glass Jetfire, special Galaxy type Galvatron, which I'm guessing is in a shiny paint scheme, special armor type that comes with blast effects for Galvatron, and then missile fire effects for Jetfire, 1 in 144 of them. So we've got some rare chase ones to get our hands on, hopefully. Box is sealed, of course, with the world's strongest glue. Okay, so first up we have what looks like a Sideswipe, Sunstreaker even, which we've had in the Galaxy scale, but not in a Defender version as of yet. So a lot of these are quite easy to make, and again, on the cards that come with them, there's a QR code to a little bit of biopic about them, but the instructions are also on the back. We should know what we're doing, but we'll keep it to one side. Okay, so let's start with the blue pieces. That's going to be his eye, visor and head, and that goes straight on the body. The body is nicely sculpted. You've got window designs on there. That's quite cool. We can get that on first and get that done. And we want a waist on as well. The Defender versions are really fun to work on because they are only so many pieces. He's got a back kibble on the go when he looks like he's got somewhere to store his gun. Thicker piece is going to be his shoulder stack. We want the thinner pieces for his thighs. He's got his happy-go-lucky face on, which is quite cool. The face sculpts have got really nice as the releases have gone on. Right, let's get him standing. Let's get some arms built. So the hands are going into the forearms. Make sure I've got the right hand in. So I'll show you at the back. You can store his gun on the back like so. That's cool. You want to keep things out of the way. But in case you want to make him a bit more armoured up, he's there. Happy-go-lucky, pew pew, bang bang. First one there looking really cool. I don't know if you can see his face, but he's very happy-go-lucky. Yeah, really pleased with that. It's very nice. And I thought this was interesting. Here he is alongside the Galaxy version of himself from Blokees. It's a different hue of yellow. This is much more of a gold bug, very deep amber, where this is much more of a, I guess, a daffodil yellow. But similarities around the chest piece anyway. It is cool. It's like taking your son to work day. Very nice. Okay, next up we have Cyclonus, who's definitely Skywarp. Okay, looking forward to this one. He's got some nice big wings on the go. Okay, where to begin? His head's very pointy, but he needs some red eyes. Very nice again. The face sculpt's looking lovely. There's his sculpted front. We can get some wings on the go as well. Nice. Very nice. Sucker for a wingspan, as you know. On goes the waist, and then we'll start building the legs. And we want grey small thighs. Don't think it matters which leg goes on which. Okay, we can get them standing. Nice definitive snap there. Very cool. And then we want hands and these lovely purple shoulders. Purple never comes across well on camera, but it is very nice. These are very easy to build and fun to build in no time at all. That's cool. That's really nice. He looks more blue in camera here, but in the flesh he's a lot more purple. There he is. Looking really cool. Again, much more purple, very lilac, but alongside in the previous release, his beardless friend in Scourge. Very cool to get these two together. Just think these are so cool. I'd love to see Cyclonus in a bigger scale, Galaxy, or even bigger still. Alright, we have a viewfinder. Now it would let you believe that we are going to get all three of the viewfinder, spyglass, and the other one I can never remember the name of, to make reflector. I mean, I say to make reflector, we're not going to make him, we're not going to construct him into a camera, but he is of three of them. A triocon, I guess, maybe. But yeah, there he is with some nice green detailing on the chest. Don't think we've had him already, have we? Okay, he's got a backpack as well. Very nice. Get the waist on, trim those pieces down that we're dealing with. And there's his gun, which is looking very similar to Cyclonus's, I might add. Interestingly, he's got the same lower legs as Cyclonus, just in a slightly different colour. Very uniformed pieces. And he's got some of the more duller paint schemes. He's very grey on the shoulders, the forearms and the hands, but as was his design. And there he is. I love his little camera lens on his chest. That's very cool. Very muted, but very nice. There he is. As I say, that lovely little green highlight in the chest is doing the work. He doesn't have the most vibrant colour scheme, but that's, again, just the character as a whole. But yeah, I can see two more coming out. Very cool. Nice piercing red eyes too. Okay, we've got a Prime. This is special armour type. What's he called? Brilliant Optimus Prime. Because we had a Brilliant Hound. So yeah, translucent colours and a nice little collector's chip. I love the kind of warpedness of a orange up to a red. Very nice with Galvatron's head on. Oh, he's very translucent, isn't he? Alright, come on Prime, make something of yourself. Backpack on as well to thicken him out, and the waist. We've got a nice axe, no gun, but we have an axe. So that's going to be in place of a hand. Oh no, there are two hands, but it does say to interchange. Actually, it plugs into the hand, I should say. This time we are going to have legs going in different directions with his moulded vent stacks on the outside. Get him standing. Very short connection, but that's cool. And then on it goes. Lovely. He's so wee. He's so tiny. The light catches him really well. As I say, he's really reflecting the light. He looks really vibrant, particularly if you put him in front of a white light. And if I get him alongside a previous Prime in a Defender class, this is very much a metallic one, so it looks brilliant in hand, but doesn't bounce off the light quite as well as this guy. Both are really, really cool. Diddy Optimuses, but we got the typical Prime Blaster and a typical Prime Axe. So we're army building primes. Next up we have Swindle in vehicle mode. I was looking forward to this one. I don't know if that fell out that way. Is that meant? Okay, did the work for me. It was mostly assembled, but yeah, it's supposed to be two separate pieces, but might as well. There we go. So yeah, as you all know, vehicle modes are never the most complex. There's only so many pieces to them. And they're largely rectangles. It's only 6 pages on the instructions, but it was helpful that it was somewhat pre-assembled for me. Let's see if we can work it out without the instructions. On goes front grille, and we want a finder there. It's going to fold. That's clever. Okay. No tinted screen, I don't believe. Checking the instructions. And now we're going to make his missiles. So, and then that plugs into the center port. Well, actually, it says to go into one of the back ports. There he is. Lovely use of the purple there. Very nice. He's very simple in his way, but we know there's going to be a bigger picture in mind, don't we? As I say, a simpleness, but a nice little reflectiveness on the headlights. Looking very cool. And again, what did we see on the back? A nice little plug for a nice little foot and a notable gap that maybe could fold away to some point. Looks a bit more like a leg, doesn't it? I mean, here he is alongside a previous release with Brawl. It looks like we're going to get Bruticus. I mean, of course we're going to get Bruticus. Will it be done before the year's out? That's the question. Well, I was going to say who have we got next, but interestingly, that's come out separate. Well, it's quite clear it's Optimus Prime's trailer, but it's not in the bag. Okay. So there's a base of a trailer, there's one side of it. Let's get this bag open. Well, I've got all the pieces here, but I was expecting maybe not many as this. I thought it'd be a bit more simplistic, but okay, that's cool. Very nicely detailed. Okay, and we've got to get a rear door on as well. So we have got a roller to do as well, but let's get a couple of wheels on, because that is Prime's trailer in a nutshell. But there's a little roller dude. So, how are we building you, mate? Oh, I see. Right, so the wheels are connecting into roller just generally. And then that's roller. Okay. He's absolutely wee, very moon buggy-like, and he can pull the trailer. So there he is as a little trailer. Alternatively, we have a connector piece, where if you had this previously, we can now connect up Prime. Okay, a bit of deconstructing on Prime to then get that on there, and then the front cab on. I mean, that's everything we ever wanted, isn't it? Blokees micro vehicle Prime in a trailer. Even with little roller, who should, in theory, be able to live inside. But don't worry, there's no wasted parts. The bit you detached, you can use again and go full battle station. Love that. Now I think he's just that shade too big, so I don't think we can have roller. We can house that in, but I don't think there's enough room for it all, because I think roller is just that bit too big for his back wheels to get in. Yeah, just a little bit of a shame. So you might have to have roller out on the side, but at least you can have a Prime with a closed trailer. Very deft, well built trailer. Very impressed. I love that. I think that's so simple and yet so brilliant. It's everything we wanted, isn't it? An actual trailer for a dinky little Prime. That's so cool. And even tiny little roller is so wee. It looks such like a moon buggy. And if we can get a gun plugged into him as well, which there's a port to do so, it's just a shame he doesn't fit all the way in. He's just that little bit too chunky, but honestly, I love this. I really love that. And you've got to think we've got to get it for Nemesis Prime as well. Ooh, Galvatron. Really looking forward to this one. Let's see what version we've got. It just appears to be the plain one. I haven't been so lucky to get some of the chase editions, really. I probably only have 2 chases at all, and only 1 real super rare one. But still, he looks very nice and purple. Let's get building. God, he's all front and backpack. That's lovely. Very big shoulder stacks. Let's get that on. There's his rear turret, which goes over the top of him. This is lovely. Very cool. Very angry face on him. There's his cannon we'll put out of the way. He's got some very detailed legs, like in these. Feet. He's got black shoes. Look at those legs. They're very nice. Nice knee pads. And there's one leg. Again, it shouldn't matter which one goes on first. No one goes 2 legs. Right. Finish off with some arms. Is he missing shoulders? Because he is wearing his shoulder pads. There. Get that on there. It's a bit stiff around the elbow. And get that on there. He's so cool. Lovely detailing on him. You can see around the shoulders, detailing on the chest, on the legs. Brilliant. I mean, quite possibly the standout of the set. He's so good. The detailing is really selling it. The angry face, the purple cannon. It's a bit hard to hold all 3 up, but here are the heralds. They look brilliant alongside each other. Imagine taking photos of these guys alongside the Unicron head. Easily could be the standout of the set. Oh, hello here. It is Jetfire, but it looks like a shattered glass one, which is nice and rare, which is 5 in every 144. Whoa, that's going to be interesting. How big is he going to stand? Look at that backpack with that purple. Oh, the paint on the head is exquisite. Shattered glass Jetfire. I want a normal one too. Mustn't complain. Oh, that's lovely, kind of reflective charcoal. And there's his gun. This is a lovely paint we use, very premium. 1 leg on. That's him standing. I think we got all the pieces here, so he's got some very rounded shoulders. Well, he looks like he stands much the same height as every other, but I cannot tell you how nice that dark grey is. Very metallic, very gunmetal. Very striking. I take it back, we got a new standout of the set. That's brilliant. That's really cool. I thought he might have stood taller still, being a bit of a commander scale, maybe just that little bit taller, but I absolutely love it. I think it was a character I was looking forward to anyway. I would have been happy to just get the normal version, but I can't tell you how striking this darker colour scheme is. Purple is so reflective and nice, the green used as well. It's just got everything going to it. Very evil, very menacing. Very cool. Keeping with the theme of Shattered Glass, next we have Shattered Glass Soundwave with his yoga headband on the go. Going to have more Shattered Glass than anything else at this rate. There's Tape Deck, very nice. And there's his head with his yoga band. Okay, there's your eyes. There's a green eyes going in. On goes the head, very cool. Radio antenna, we've had Soundwave builds in this line already, so we know what to expect. Then on his yoga hot pants, and let's build some legs. Again, I don't think it matters which one we build first, which way they go. Again, lovely detailing around the top of the legs there. And there we go. Nice and bright, nice and vibrant. Honourable Decepticon sound wave. Very nicely detailed on the top of the legs, top of the chest. And it's just a weird colour scheme to see him in, but it is cool. But when you put the two alongside each other, normal Soundwave and Shattered Glass Soundwave, they do look interesting, quite comparatively different to one another, even if it is the same build. Yeah, what a difference a paint scheme makes. Very nice. Got quite a lot of Shattered Glass now. I was looking forward to this one of my favourites, Onslaught in vehicle mode. Now again, he's not too many pieces, but we got to think that this is going to make a combined form at some point, so how's that going to work? Alright, let's see how long, tall you are. You want wheels on first. And get his front grille on at the very least. So that's the front of him, that's the back. Okay, so that translucent bit goes in there, fills out the windows, that's fine. Then that sits on top and it more or less just traps that in. Now assuming I've done this right, this front grille section wants to pop out when I bring the top section down. Now I appreciate it might be hard to see because it's dark blue and black wheels, but yeah, it feels like that should sit in a lot more flush, but when I push the top section down, it comes ever so slightly away from the base. And I think it's right, but okay, let's see what else we need to do. So this is the back section of him, because he's going to have a sort of a hip joint. Okay, that's clever. I think that will go on like that, because we got some faux wheelage, perhaps. Again, it's really hard to see with the dark instructions, but they are representing wheels, so you assume they go on the floor. Okay, this is definitely being made with a combined mode in mind. That's like that. Then he's got these covers going over the top of him, and they all line up. More complex than I thought it would be for a vehicle. And then his cannon pieces, and that's going to be on the rotating piece. There he is. I think that's right. He's yeah, he's pretty cool. He's very Onslaught looking. I'm surprised at the amount of engineering at the back of him. It's a shame they are static wheels at the back and rolling wheels at the front, but again, I feel this is much more torso related than anything else. Again, you might not see due to his dark colouring, but he's cool. I like him. Very Onslaught-like. I like the rotating turret and the fact it's got like a hip joint to it to get a little bit of posability out of it, and I think I have done it right. But there's more to him than I thought. But it's going to be really cool just having them all alongside each other in Combaticon form, in vehicle form, just like it was with the Constructicons. Just more combiners, please, Blokees. Please, can we have a Predaking? Okay, we have a Sideswipe. Much like Sunstreaker, we'll put in his eyes, get him all built. And he comes with a backpack already. Very nice. Love the pointy-eared look. Rocket launcher going over his shoulder, so let's get that on there. So he's got red and black leg combo. That's him standing. Nice red and black leg there. Very Harley Quinn. Very cool. Build up an arm. Stockier shoulders. There he is. Very simple to Sunstreaker in that sense. The two of them, two Lamborghini bros, really complementing each other. The colour scheme is coming up nicely. I love the head sculpt on that. Kind of devil ears, devil horns. Really cool. Little jetpack mould as well. He's lovely. He's really cool. He's got a lot of character to him for such a little guy. And as I say, these two looking really great alongside each other. Final one, which can only mean one thing. Jetfire in vehicle mode. Again, I thought this would be one that might be a bit bigger still. There's a lot of chunky pieces here. Okay, let's try and work out how we're going to build this. I haven't done anything like this before. So the engines first sit in the back, I believe. Yep, and then they clip on to this thing over the top of them. That's clever. We've got some grooves to get across, so follow them down. Clip them in. Looks very transformable legs, does it not? Then we want wings going on. We got one for either side. Then this flatter top section going on goes on these grooves here and then into the grooves like that. But I've missed a step because that's where these engines are going to go in. I am very much, pardon the pun, winging this. So blue section goes on top. We've got a hinge at the back that goes into, and then clipping down, that pegs into there. Oh, it's all very well built. That part goes on as such, and then this goes in here to be an inner filler, and also guns for the front. Very detailed. Put that together. There he is. That's amazing. I love that. The wings move, of course they do. More in flight mode and more not. But he looks so transformable with the scouting of the legs. I love that. I really, really do. Could we even get a Gerwalk if we were lucky enough? Maybe not, but that is pretty cool. I really love that. I'd love that on a flight stand. Pretty damn brilliant. I love this so much. This is chubby fun in every sense of the word. This is what this range does so well. I'm just happy to have more and more of the vehicles. Again, much like Onslaught, they're quite complex as they've gone on, where the vehicles have been more simple to build with only so few pieces, but this has got very clever engineering to it, building it up piece by piece. And when it's someone like Jetfire, who's quite stocky, quite large, it needs all the more attention. I could just see a whole fleet of vehicle modes going on, the likes of Ironhide, maybe even, dare I say, a 6-shot. I love this guy. I would love him on a flight stand, and he's got a port for it. I'm sure we can find something. That is, again, another standout of the set. I'm hardly ever disappointed with Blokees. This is just another great set that's got so much involved. We've got the 2 Lamborghini Bros with Sideswipe and Sunstreaker. We've got the Heralds of Unicron all complete. We've got the Starter Reflector coming together. A very nice paint scheme with Optimus Prime. Very cool to get his Traitor along with Roller. We are very much romping our way through the Combaticons, completing Bruticus, as well as Shattered Glass Soundwave, and of course the very cool Jetfire as well. But the standouts of the set, do love Jetfire in Assault mode. Galvatron is really cool, but Shattered Glass Jetfire is a diamond in the rough. That's really, really cool. And again, I love Prime's trailer. I'm very, very pleased. This range is so fun. It's just quick, it's easy to build, maybe about 2 minutes a build. So easy, so fun, and it's so cool to get a squad when it's all complete. I have got an entire shelf of them back there at the very bottom. So I'm rapidly running out of room, but I would love more and more to come out. It is a high recommend for me for you to pick up this set and have your own fun with it to see what else Blokees will come up with. And there we go, that is my unboxing, build and review of Blokees Defender version 05 Traitor to Tyranny. Really cool set, I highly recommend you pick it up. Thanks for watching, don't forget to like, share and hit that subscribe button because I will see you on the next one.